Ever wondered why certain things happen to you? Could an ancient wisdom hold the answer? Welcome to the mystery of karma, a concept that has piqued the curiosity of philosophers, scholars, and everyday thinkers alike. At its core, karma is a simple yet profound idea, the law of cause and effect. It's the belief that every intentional action we take, good or bad, will eventually circle back to us in a similar fashion. But karma is not just an archaic philosophy, it's a guiding principle that can lend us a fresh perspective on our modern lives. It encourages us to live more mindfully, to consider the ripple effects of our actions. It teaches us about responsibility, interconnectedness, and the power of intention. This ancient concept, born centuries ago, has traveled through time and remains relevant today. How so? Well, let's dive deep into the mystery of karma. Karma finds its roots in the teachings of Buddha centuries ago. This ancient wisdom, as timeless as the stars, was first conceived by Siddhartha Gautama, a prince from the small Shakya kingdom nestled in the foothills of the Himalayas. Born into luxury, Siddhartha was deeply moved by the suffering he saw outside his royal palace. This led him to renounce his princely life in pursuit of enlightenment. As he meditated under the Bodhi tree, he achieved a profound understanding of the universe and the cycle of life and death. This understanding was later translated into the Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path, the core principles of Buddhism. And within these teachings, the concept of karma was first introduced. But what exactly is karma? The word karma comes from the Sanskrit term kri, which means to do. In its most basic interpretation, karma refers to action and its subsequent reaction. However, it's not as simple as it seems. Karma is not a system of punishment or reward, but a law of cause and effect. In the context of Buddhism, karma is intrinsically linked to intention. The Buddha taught that our actions, words, and even thoughts are driven by our intentions, and it is these intentions that give rise to karma. So, an act of kindness done with a pure heart generates good karma, while an act of harm born from ill intentions results in negative karma. But karma is not just a cosmic scorecard. It's a reflection of the interplay between our actions and their consequences, both seen and unseen. It serves as a reminder that we are not passive spectators in the theater of life, but active participants shaping our own destinies. As we journey through the annals of time, the concept of karma has evolved, adapting to changing cultures and societies. Yet, its core essence remains the same, a testament to the enduring wisdom of the Buddha. As we delve deeper into the mysteries of karma, we'll discover that there's much more beneath the surface. At the heart of karma lies the principle of cause and effect. This is not a mere transactional relationship, but rather a profound understanding that every action, every thought, and every word we utter sets off a chain of events in the universe. Just as the ripples in a pond spread out when a single pebble is dropped into the water, so too do the effects of our actions reverberate through our lives and the world around us. Now, let's delve a bit deeper into the intricacies of karma. It's not just about the action itself, but the intention behind it. Imagine a scenario where you're giving a gift to a friend. If you're giving out of genuine affection and goodwill, that's positive karma. But if you're giving with the expectation of receiving something in return, that's a whole different story. The intention, driven by greed or self-interest, taints the act, and thus the karma associated with it. This concept of intention is crucial when understanding karma. It's not just about what we do, but why we do it. Karma is not a cosmic scorecard, tallying our good deeds against our bad. It's a reflection of our innermost thoughts and intentions. It's about the energy we put out into the world, and the energy that comes back to us. So, if we're looking to improve our karma, it's not enough to just do good deeds. We need to examine our motivations. Are we acting out of love, compassion, and understanding, or are we motivated by selfishness, anger, or fear? The intention behind our actions is just as important, if not more so, than the action itself. The cycle may seem endless, but liberation lies within the fabric of karma itself. By understanding karma, by truly comprehending the role of our intentions and actions, we can begin to break free from the cycle of cause and effect. We can start to shape our karma, and thus shape our lives and our world for the better. This, my friends, is the power and promise of karma. Karma plays a pivotal role in the cycle of samsara or rebirth. It's a fascinating concept that piques our curiosity as we delve deeper into the intricate workings of life and existence. The cycle of samsara is a journey through birth, death, and rebirth. It's like a cosmic wheel that keeps turning, carrying us along its path. Our actions, our intentions, and the karma generated by them are what fuel this wheel. Each action we perform leaves an imprint, a seed in our mind stream that sprouts into the fruit of our experiences. It's these seeds that determine the course of our journey, the circumstances of our rebirth, and the life we lead. Remember, karma is not a system of punishment or reward. It's a natural law like gravity. It simply reflects the principle that every action has a consequence. This is why our intentions matter. An act of kindness driven by a genuine desire to help others plants wholesome seeds leading to positive experiences. Conversely, harmful actions driven by ill intentions plant unwholesome seeds, leading to suffering. But here's where it gets interesting. The cycle of samsara is not eternal. It's not a trap we're doomed to repeat forever. The Buddha taught that we can achieve liberation, a state known as nirvana, where we transcend the cycle of birth and death. This liberation is achieved by purifying our karma, by acting with mindfulness, compassion, and wisdom. The cycle of samsara and the role of karma within it underscores the profound interconnectedness of all life. Our actions don't exist in isolation. They ripple out, influencing our future and the world around us. This understanding can inspire us to live more mindfully, to consider the effects of our actions, not just for ourselves, but for all beings. So as we navigate through life, remember that every moment is an opportunity to plant seeds of positive karma. Every act of kindness, every moment of mindfulness, brings us a step closer to liberation. But this journey is not just about escaping the cycle. It's about transforming ourselves and the world around us, through our actions, through our karma. Peeling back the layers of ordinary moments, we find the extraordinary workings of karma. Karma is not just a philosophical concept, it's alive in our daily activities. To illustrate this, let's imagine a day in the life of a modern individual. You wake up feeling refreshed after offering a kind word to a stranger the day before. This is karma in action. The positivity you put out into the world returns to you, enhancing your own state of being. You might not be able to draw a straight line between the two events, but the principle of cause and effect is at work here. As you go about your day, you choose to recycle your waste, aware of the environmental implications of your actions. This is another example of karma. Your conscious choices today have a direct impact on the state of the world tomorrow. You might also experience less positive instances of karma. Perhaps you've been neglecting your health, and today you're feeling the effects. Or maybe you've been harboring negative feelings towards a coworker, and now you find your own mood dampened. Now let's consider a tale from the East. There's a story of a man who was always kind to others and lived a life of generosity. One day he found a bag of gold on his path. Instead of keeping it for himself, he used it to help those in need. Years later, when he was in need himself, he received help from unexpected quarters. This story encapsulates the essence of karma. The good you do comes back to you, often in ways you least expect. But remember, karma isn't about keeping a scorecard. It's not a system of reward and punishment. It's about understanding the effect of our actions, words, and even thoughts on ourselves and the world around us. So as we navigate our way through the hustle and bustle of modern life, we are continually interacting with the timeless principle of karma. Every decision we make, every word we utter, every thought we entertain is a seed sown, which will, in time, bear fruit. Understanding karma brings clarity and poses a new question. How can we positively influence our karma? Influencing karma positively involves mindfulness and intention. This is a profound realization that can guide us on the path to better karma. But how do we put this into practice? How do we make this more than a concept and instead a way of life? Firstly, we must understand that karma is not a static entity. It's not a fixed score that we accumulate over a lifetime. Instead, it's an ongoing dynamic process that is influenced by our actions, words, and thoughts. Now let's delve deeper into the practical steps for good karma. The first step is to cultivate mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of being fully present and engaged in the current moment. It's about noticing what's happening around you and within you without judgment. This enhances our awareness, allowing us to make conscious decisions that align with our values and intentions, rather than reacting out of habit or impulse. The second step is to focus on our intentions. In the Buddhist context, intention is a crucial element of karma. It's the motivation behind our actions, words, and thoughts. By being mindful, we can bring our intentions to the forefront, ensuring that they are rooted in compassion, kindness, and understanding, rather than driven by selfish desires or negative emotions. The third step is to engage in positive actions. This involves contributing to the well-being of others, whether it's through acts of kindness, generosity, or service. It's about living in a way that promotes harmony and reduces suffering, both for ourselves and for others. Lastly, we must remember that improving one's karma is not a one-time event. It's a lifelong journey of learning and growth. It requires patience, perseverance, and a willingness to reflect on our actions and their effects. So, as we embark on this journey, let's remember that the path to better karma is not a straight line. It's a winding road filled with twists and turns, highs and lows. But each step we take brings us closer to understanding the intricate web of cause and effect that shapes our lives. The journey to better karma is a path walked in steps, but where does it lead? It leads to a life lived with greater awareness, compassion, and wisdom. It leads to a world where we acknowledge our interconnectedness and strive to create positive ripples in the vast ocean of existence. Karma confronts us with the most perplexing human experiences: fairness and forgiveness. In the grand theatre of life, karma plays the role of an impartial judge, meting out consequences based on our actions. This is the essence of moral justice in Buddhism. It's not about punishment or reward, but about understanding the natural law of cause and effect. But what about forgiveness? How does it fit into the picture? Well, forgiveness in Buddhism is not merely about letting go of grudges or pardoning offenses. It's a profound act of compassion, a deliberate decision to not perpetuate the cycle of negative karma. Let's consider an example. Imagine someone has wronged you. You have two choices: retaliate, thus creating more negative karma, or forgive, breaking the chain of negative karma. By choosing forgiveness, you're not just releasing yourself from the burden of resentment, but also preventing the creation of further negative karma. Buddhism teaches us that the act of forgiveness is not a sign of weakness, but a demonstration of strength and wisdom. It's about recognizing the interconnectedness of all beings and understanding that holding on to anger and resentment only harms ourselves. But remember, forgiveness isn't about bypassing accountability. It's about acknowledging the harm done, understanding the consequences, and choosing to break the cycle of negativity. In this sense, karma, justice, and forgiveness are intricately linked. Karma serves as a mirror, reflecting back to us the results of our actions. Justice in the Buddhist context is the impartial workings of karma, not influenced by personal bias or emotions. And forgiveness is the key that can unlock the chains of negative karma, setting us free to create positive change. By understanding these concepts, we can navigate the world with greater wisdom and compassion, cultivating positive karma with each step we take. So, our interconnected world is a web of causes and effects. But can understanding our collective karma help us solve global challenges? Karma teaches us about interconnectedness. In a world growing closer by the day, our actions ripple out, affecting not just us, but those around us, and even societies at large. This is the concept of collective karma. It's like a vast invisible web linking us all. When we think, speak, or act, we're not just shaping our own karma, but contributing to this shared karma. The decisions we make, the values we uphold, they impact the world in ways we might not even see. And in turn, the state of our world, our societies, reflects this collective karma. It's a sobering thought, isn't it? But it's also empowering, because it means that every single one of us has a part to play, a contribution to make. We can choose actions that foster positivity, compassion, and understanding. As you step back into the flow of your daily life, how will the understanding of karma change the course of your actions?